Hello, beautiful people out there in the world. I'm a little late getting started on my videos this evening. However, I needed to get this out of me, because I'm concerned about our children and I'm concerned about their future because they are important to me and they should be important to you and to all of us, beautiful people, that what we do today and how we live today, how we govern ourselves today in today's world and in today's life. The future of our children depend on how we and how we live and what we instill in them, what we allow them to see, the things we allow them to hear or experience coming from us, as I stated before in times past. We are, you know, we are that epitome. They look up to us. They respect us. They trust us, beautiful people. And we've got to be careful about what we cause them to be comfortable with. We've got to be careful about what we placed in their lives to accept in life and in living for being or as being and for being okay when it's really not. All kinds of attachments come with that stuff. Oh, you got to understand how Freddy Krueger works. I understand exactly how he works. If you, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but, if you've seen the movie, the children paid for the sins of their parents, their forefathers. They paid for their sins, the sins that the parents thought that they were covering up, the things that they thought they were hiding that nobody knew about. Yeah, the children were paying for it. Yeah, don't go to sleep. Stay awake. Beautiful people, how is it that we have come to live and think so backwardsly? We think and live so backwardsly in what we say and what we do. How is it that the outside has become more important than the inside? How is it that it's more important for us to address the outside and not the inside? Why is it so important for us to be followers of what we see other people do and not leaders by leading by example of what we do, so that we can be the example to our children and the young people of this time, this day and age, what to do and what not to do? Beautiful people, we think that I touched briefly on this yesterday, and I'm gonna hit on it some more because I feel the need to. We think that how we look and how, our appearance, our facade, these images that we lay up for ourselves, how people see us, how much more clothes we wear, how less clothes we wear, depicts who we are. It's going to have some bearings on how we think and how we feel. It will, if we don't appear to be a certain way on the outside, we're not living. That image and that facade, as I call it, an illusion. Being delusional in that illusion. We actually think that and this backwards way of thinking, somehow that it defines who we are. But when we don't get, or when it does not do for us what we think that it should do, or when it doesn't take us where we think it should take us to, where we should go or where we should be, or who we should be with. Now we're wondering, what are we doing wrong? Or what did I do wrong? Or what's wrong with me? Do you see? You have to go full circle right back when it doesn't work out or when the results are in, you see. And when those results are in, they leave you at an end or at a dead end. And now, what you should have been addressing from the beginning, you have to come full circle from the back, all the way from the front to the back end of your thinking, to wonder or to ponder, what am I doing wrong? Or what's wrong with me? You know, when I was watching the movie Sin City, Powers Booth said, he was talking to Bruce Willis, and I forgot exactly what they were talking about, and I'm going to go watch it again, leading up to that point, because you have to understand there are messages that are being conveyed that we don't get as a result of getting caught up in the entertainment of it all. You've got to get past the entertainment and get these messages. These messages are blatant and they're clear. He said to Bruce Willis, and I caught it, he said, that's not power. Power is when you can lie to somebody and get them to believe it. And in their heart, in their mind, they know it's a lie, but they believe it anyway. Why is it so important for us to want to fit in or not feel like we're being left out? Or we have to stand alone. And now all eyes are on us, and we cannot handle that caliber of negative attention or reverse in thinking attention. So we have to hide in the crowd. And in order to do so, we have to blend in. We have to blend in, even if it hurts, even if it's offensive, even if it's disrespectful to us, we feel we have to do it. What kind of message are we sending to our children in that we are allowing them to see what we are doing and watch what we are doing? And to accept that as being not what it is, a way of life. Why is that so important? That happens. That has to be accepted or considered to be a way of life. You'd rather accept a lie over the truth? You'd rather live a lie than to believe the truth? You'd rather be in a situation that you do not want to be in and know that it's hurting you, making you unhappy, making you uncomfortable, leaving you in an unstable way of living and thinking to appease somebody or people or a horde of people or a plethora of people. I don't care how many it is. It's the truth that makes you free. The truth is what sets you free. Don't you know lies bound you up? You become heavily medicated as a result of lies, deceit, misconception, self-inflicting abuse of your own self, misuse, mistreating your own self because you refuse to accept the truth and your children are watching you. We cannot hand this kind of way of living and thinking over to our children to make them think that it's okay. And then they got to come to me so I can deactivate them with love, kind words, and smiles. Why we got to wait for something bad to happen to realize or accept the fact that it's bad, to address it and deal with it when we should do it from the get-go, from point A, from the start, from the beginning of all things, we should address it and deal with it. Or else we're going to hand this stuff over to them and they're going to multiply it by 10 or 12 going over to the next generation, and they're going to do it worse than what you all are doing it. How you look on the outside and how much time you spend in the gym does not define who you are, and it does not speak to who you are. Your soul does that, and the truth does that. Have a smiling day.